Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. So it's 7 o'clock in the morning over here. Don't be fooled into thinking I've just got up. I've been up for hours. Hours! Got one of my kids is not very well, so basically not had any sleep. So I've got to get the school run for the other one, and the other one's going to have to stay with me, so I thought I'll crack this video out while they're watching the Gruffalo. Right, so last night we were talking about how Bitcoin is likely to remain within this, what I would consider to be accumulation for, a reasonable period of time, probably for the rest of the month, unless, of course, we break out with an RSI breakout. Excuse me, I think I'm getting poorly as well. Right, so what we need to look at first of all is there any clues for, I suppose, bullishness? And I would say not bullishness, but potentially this is the sort of thing I'd be looking for. We have a downtrend on the RSI. We're coming down to, not oversold, but quite low areas. And if we look very, very closely, and again, the day is early, the week is still early, it does appear that we do have potentially a tiny little fragment, ever so slightly, of bullish divergence on the old RSI on the daily. Now, I've checked the 4-hourly, I've checked the 12-hourly, there's nothing on there. So, really, there's not much between it. So, and that's fine, because I'm still looking for this area to be fleshed out a little bit anyway. And if we think about this downtrend that we're looking at here, we could be thinking of, oh, that's annoying. We could be thinking, if we were to work around this kind of area, we're looking for an RSI breakout at some point in January. So not really looking for this to turn around any point in January. And I'm also not massively bearish. I've no reason to assume that this is a bear market, to be honest with you. No reason at all. We were warning, the royal we being me, warning of how altcoins were at significant supports, but Bitcoin being at a significant resistance, meaning that any pullback from here will completely destroy alts in the short term. But using Bitcoin as a major indicator, which is something I often try and explain to people, if that makes sense. You know, if we're looking for a bottom for a market, Bitcoin is usually going to determine the bottom for the market. And then if you're looking for bottoms on altcoins, just use Bitcoin as your overall indicator. Looking for the turnaround point on Bitcoin looks to me like it's going to be at some point in it could happen at any time, but given the way that this RSI is kind of balancing out more or less in the middle, and if we were to get an apex breakout, we could be talking the end of December, definitely into January, I'd expect. Now, obviously, this could break down. We could go into a bear market. I'm not going to say that we're not. We could. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. For those who didn't watch my video yesterday, or who've never watched any of my videos, the green 50 exponential moving average you can see here. This is a multi-year. This is a 10-year chart history of Bitcoin. Usually determines being above there is the bull market, being below there is a bear market. Now, this bull market, we actually have dipped down below there every year for a small period of time and turned around on there. Previous bull markets, we've basically touched it and carried on, touched it, carried on. That's basically how the 50 exponential has offered support for anyone that was looking to pick up for the next leg up. But this bull market has been different, and like I say, every year we have dipped down below it. Only a little bit, maybe not in the case of the March crash, and the most recent one was around May, June, July. We were dipping below it and closed only one candle body below it, and then carried on thereafter. So we're coming down to that level kind of now, and that's kind of the center of the accumulation zone. The accumulation zone, in my opinion, is between 40,000 and 49,000. 40,000 here, 49,000 here, and this is where we're going to accumulate, probably for a reasonable a period of time. But you know, we could break out as early as January. To be honest, we could break out as early as the next couple of weeks, but normally you'd expect an accumulation to take place for the same amount of time as the I suppose the top forming over here. So if we think about this in terms of, well, we could just do a measured move, couldn't we, really, from the area of the top and the area of the accumulation, and that would take us towards the end of January. So that's kind of what I'd be looking for. So I suppose the last week of January should have resolved this, hopefully to the up, to be honest. And again, if we're above the 50 exponential moving average on the weekly, then yeah, there's no reason why we should entertain the prospect of a bear market. I know that's how people feel right now. I was talking about it yesterday on the video. I know I've been speaking about it for the last few weeks. You know, there's a number of reasons why we're looking to go down. End of the year, tax year in America. We've got tapering, basically Fed's changing their interest rates. And then you've got the Megatron virus, which is causing fear and ripples in the economy. So those are the main things. But also, Bitcoin was in a downtrend, so it just makes it feel worse. Do you know what I mean? Just makes it feel worse. But as far as the chart structure on a weekly is concerned, it looks okay, to be honest. And that's the most important thing. Because if you're like me, you've been in this market for a little while, weeklies are the best way to look at it. And this looks like a nice weekly, to be honest with you. I've got nothing to be too concerned about. However, altcoins are the thing, I suppose, that you are probably concerned about if you're knee-deep in altcoins. I really don't think that's too much to worry about either, because we're looking for a bottom, like I say, within the next, we'll call it 4 to 6 weeks, and that's where the Bitcoin chart will hopefully bounce, whether it be on the 40 or break out of the 49. We can't really get bullish until we've reclaimed or started closing candle bodies within this zone, which starts between 53,600 and 57,500 thereabouts. This is the area of super bullishness. So if you wanted to go into hibernation and enjoy your Christmas, maybe even enjoy the New Year, maybe even enjoy a bit of January, have some alerts set for candles closing within this area. This is where you could revisit the market again and go, alright, okay, let's not bother catching knives. Let's look at buying into strength, and strength should come here. And by the time this entire area is resolved, altcoins will still be quite low because the Bitcoin dominance is still low. Although the Bitcoin dominance chart is actually a bullish in a bearish chart, we are able to play this generally with the 20 weekly, getting rejections from it. Not to say that we can't break above it for a short period of time, but everything about this chart is bearish, and so it should continue to be bearish on the weekly, which means that opportunity waits for those who have the patience, really. Right, so without going into all the boring details of all the altcoins, that's probably the best way to look at it. Altcoins are going to get probably quite significantly beaten up, but they will turn around really fast. If anyone was around this time last year, same kind of thing happened to altcoins. People were crying. It was kind of different actually as Bitcoin was going up and altcoins were going down, but it's still the same kind of vibe. Everyone was like, oh, my altcoins are wrecked. Altcoins are scams. Altcoins are... And then I said, no. Altcoins are on sale, guys. And we should buy them. Because if we look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, the best time to have bought them was the end of December into January. And then what we saw thereafter was the biggest alt season I can ever remember. This doesn't count as an alt season. This is the biggest alt season that's ever been recorded on the charts. Anyway, this again doesn't count. This is just... I mean, crypto was nothing really back here. Crypto is everything here, and especially here. This is where crypto really came into its own. So it's a bearish chart. There's opportunity in altcoins. If you're looking to catch knives, you can try and dollar cost average now if you want. Alternatively, my preferred course of action would be to alternate into some altcoins around the 20 weekly, or just basically catch the falling knife when Bitcoin touches the lower side of the range, or maybe not even revisit here, revisit the 50 weekly moving average, the 50 exponential that would be, which comes in roughly at 44,600, so not too far away. So there are opportunities to catch knives for those with those kind of balls. Alternatively, you could forget about catching knives. You could simply just try and alternate with the Bitcoin dominance chart. Or you could go into hibernation until we've reclaimed these other areas and buy or long into strength. There's plenty of ways you can play this market. Honestly, you don't need to stare at these charts every day. Feel free to watch my YouTube channel every day. That makes sense. For those who I make these videos daily, right? And as we all know, things change, don't they? And with that, so do opinions. And that's how trades get made. You know, you can't just say, oh, well, I was bullish 6 weeks ago, so I suppose I'll have to remain bullish indefinitely forever. It will have to go up because that's how it looked when the trend was... There's a different trend now, isn't it? And also, you know, there was a number of things that turned up over the last few weeks, which made us think, you know, we're going to come down further. I love it when people watch my videos from like 6 weeks ago. You were bullish back then, and now you're not bullish. You were wrong. Well, no. If you can't change your trading ideas, if you can't change them, if you have to stay the same way forever, you'll never be a trader. Do you know what I mean? So I watched a video that you put out 45 days ago, and you said that Bitcoin was going to go up, and it's actually gone down. So you need to watch the videos every day at least. Like I say, the best thing if you could do is sit in the room with me while it's trading. I make all kinds of decisions on a daily basis, never mind a weekly or even a monthly basis. Do you know what I mean? So how can you ever change your mind? How can that possibly happen when 45 days ago you said something different than you said today? Oh my God. Some of these people, they're unbelievable. I shouldn't entertain them, but I mean, it's just, some people are just amazing, really. It would be interesting to speak to them and see what sort of person they like. It's like that Wojak picture with the guy with no brain dribbling and smiling. And that's how it feels when these people send these comments like that. Anyway. Right, so that's basically the deal. It's the same as I was saying yesterday, but also it's no reason to panic. Obviously, you'll be feeling, I suppose, pretty hurt with all these. These are the shitcoin, Kucoin, gem coins that I was talking about. But again, all of these have got opportunity in them, but it might not feel like that as they're coming all the way down. This is the one I'm probably most bullish on, actually, still. And I say bullish is open to debate. I'm not saying it's bullish today, so if you want to troll me, understand that buying low is important if you want to sell high, right? You just gotta try and accept that concept, right? I know that that's probably not what these trolls like to do. They probably like to buy high and sell low, or maybe not even sell forever. Then that's when they start talking about the technology being, the best thing since sliced bread. I'm in it for the tech. So, right, I think I'm just rambling now. I've got to get these kids ready, well, one of them ready for school, and make sure that the other one's not vomited all over the telly. And, hopefully I'll get to make another video today, hopefully. And I'll talk about potentially some of these small cap altcoins. Other than that, Patreon live stream tomorrow. Feel free to join. £7.50 a month. You get 2 streams a week most of the time. You can't always guarantee 2 streams a week, but yeah. And all the links for all the things that you might ever want in the world in the description of the video. Also, there's scammers pretending to be me, so unless the link for the Telegram or whatever is in the description of my YouTube videos, it's not me. So just, if you want to join any of my things, then you have to check the video description, otherwise it's not me. It'll be someone pretending to be me, and I don't charge crypto for anything. So if somebody's pretending to be me, or you think it's me saying join this, pay me in crypto, it's not me. I don't do that. There's only one thing I charge for, which is the Patreon, and that's not in crypto. Right, thanks for watching. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.